Okay, this next method is to factor when the lead coefficient is not a 1. And you can't take any GCF out of this first one. Now what you need to do is a method that I mostly use, I won't lie. The method I mostly use is called guess and check. And here's how I go about doing it. If the numbers are small and prime, like 7 is prime, you think, what multiplies together to give you 7x squared? Well, that would be 7x and 1x, which is the only combination, so I feel pretty good. So this is always step 1. Figure out what would go first in order to give you that. Step 2 is to figure out what numbers multiplied together give me 2. Well, again, this is a prime number. The only way to get that one is 1 times 2. The problem is you don't know which place to put the 1 and which place to put the 2. So I'm going to grab a pencil for this one because I might need to change. Well, let's see. If I put the 1 here and the 2 here, and I know everything's positive, now I want to multiply it out. 7 times x is 7x squared, of course. But this number right here comes from taking the 7x times the 2 and the 1 times the x. Some teachers may call it the outside ones and the inside ones, which is fine. And this gives you 14x, and then down here is 1x, which is way more than 9x. So let me try a different way. I'm going to erase. And maybe I'll put the 2 here and the 1 here. Let's see now. 7x times 1 is 7x, and 2 times x is 2x, for a total of 9x. So that one works. So I know I have the correct one there. And I did it by first making sure this would work, second making sure this would work, and checking then and playing around with the numbers till I made sure it was 9. Do not think what numbers multiplied together give you 2, but add to give you 9 for this one because the lead coefficient is not 1. Okay, let's do another one by guess and check, but remember your first job always is to take out your GCF. And if I take out a 2, I'll put that first, and I would get 5x squared minus 8x minus 4. This one, now my lead coefficient right here in front of my x squared is still not a 1, so I have to use guess and check. I'll bring the 2 down. The nice thing about a 5 is the only way to get 5x squared is with 5x and x. So I know I have that one right, so that's my first step. Second step here is to think of numbers that multiplied together give you -4. What kind of stinks about this is you could choose 4 and 1 and make 1 positive and 1 negative, or you can choose 2 and 2 and do the same thing. You just need to try some numbers and see what you can get. I think I'm going to go with 2 and 2 and make one of them negative. Maybe I'll make the first one -2 and the second one +2. And then I need to check. Notice I use pencil here. Check to make sure when I multiply these outside and these inside. Well, the outside give me positive 10x. Inside gives me negative 2x. 10x's minus 2x's is 8x. Uh-oh. I needed negative 8x. So I'm going to switch them. I'll make this one my positive 2 and this one my minus 2, which would make the top negative 10x when I'm doing 5x times -2 and my inside positive 2x. When I multiply, so then that would give me my negative 8x. So again, step 1, step 2, then check to see if you can get the middle term to right. That's the guess and check method.